Keep an economic surplus.
dividends.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're able to help people. And off camera, we were talking about something like that. So let's just pretend that those balance out. So not going to deal with the economic potential there. But meaning and purpose, I think that one gets really problematic. But we have an amazing tool at our disposal, which is AI. Now, I have a feeling as we chase this down, the only thing that we have to worry about, really truly, I think it all really does boil down to alignment. If we knew that we could just keep making it smarter and having the AI like taking readings so that I can't fake it out, I can't pretend that I'm happy, it like really knows where I'm at, and then it can start putting things before me, connecting me with other people, like, oh, you know this skill, this person's in need, let me put you guys together. And then you can have sort of the AI supervision, but they're there, they're helping each other out, they're connecting. The only reason I don't think that's a panacea is I worry that as we make this thing smarter and smarter, that then it's like you said, I'm bored, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. And, there's this concept of all watched over by machines of loving grace, right?
And that's
Well,
scary, you're saying?
who knows? Like, once we build something that's more capable than us, all bets are off. The only way to perfectly align a system is to remove its freedom. I mean,
I'd say it's not aligned at all at that point.
well, this is the
At that
thing.
point, you've bypassed alignment and you've gone straight to shackles.
You've gone to shackles. So if we all know people more capable than us. The
Yep.
only way to perfectly align them is to shackle them. You can have imperfect alignment, though.
That's enslavement, man. That's not
It is.
that's not alignment. So is that because so what I heard you just say is there is no way to align something smarter than us.
I don't think there's a
You
way
can
to
enslave them,
I
but you
don't
can't
think
align
I
them.
don't think there's a way to align the outputs. I think that you can align the inputs. You raise it right.
Okay, let me run an idea by you. This is probably Pollyanna. I'm very open to that. But as I think about this, I think people take a super human centric approach to this. And because evolution has given us, we are an active species, and evolution has programmed us with algorithms running in the back of our mind that insist that we do certain things to avoid a sense of dis-ease.
Yeah.
I think that formula is very identifiable, and it goes something like this: eat, optimize physically so you feel good.
Yeah.
The reason that that stuff feels good is because it's going to optimize your performance. That's going to make you most likely to survive long enough to have kids that have kids. So you need to be chosen as a mate. You need to be able to acquire resources. You need to be healthy enough to get somebody pregnant or to be pregnant and carry to term, all that stuff. So all those algorithms are running in the back of your mind. You have two levers that nature's pulling on, pleasure and pain. But by default, we're active. We have to go out because there's no one meal you can eat where you're not going to need to eat another one. There's
Yeah.
no one moment of sex so gratifying you're not going to have sex again. So it's just like all these things are pushing at us to be active, to move. AI doesn't have to be that way.
No.
AI does not need those same impulses.
It doesn't have a limbic system.
Correct. So knowing that it doesn't have a limbic system, and it doesn't have a limbic system because it does not need to be hardwired for survival, like the way that I think we get to alignment, and please tell me where my thinking is erroneous. The way I think we get to alignment is you build a computer that does not care if it lives or dies, that it is completely indifferent to being turned on or turned off. If you could do that and it had no impulse to procreate and all it wanted to do was, it's basically Asimov's 3 laws of robotics.
Yeah.
That it just wants to adhere to those. It wants to do what you tell it, not hurt you, and only ignore you if you tell it to do something that violates the rule of not hurting you or somebody else. So you have this really simple set of rules. That's its only desire in the world. So if you tell it turn off, it turns off and has it doesn't feel badly about it.
Well, again, this concept of feelings, right? And in Asimov's books, you had the zeroth law that kind of was added above that. So this is what Anthropic is trying to...
I don't know that one.
The zeroth law kind of supersedes all laws if kind of the whole system is at risk, effectively. But this is what Anthropic's trying to do with the constitutional AI process. So you have the base model, and they have a constitution that the AI adheres to that tunes it constantly. So a series of kind of constitutional principles. Again,
is it as open for interpretation
well,
as a real constitution?
No one knows what the right constitution, the right laws are. This is the thing, like our intellect only goes so far. And we've already seen with laws and constitutions, you can make those go anyway. Like North Korea has a fantastic constitution.
Does it really?
It does. Yeah, it's actually pretty quite liberal.
And they just don't adhere
Well, it's their
to.
interpretation of it. Come on.
Interesting.
I mean, this thing, like, you have to adhere to it because the AI, what are feelings? What is objective function? Like, one of the key concerns on alignment is paper clipping. You
Yep.
tell the AI to make a paperclip, and it's like, oh, well, let's just make the whole world a paperclip. You're like, how do you solve climate change? Just kill all the humans. And it doesn't have any like feelings about that. It's just like, well, this is a logical step to take.
Yep.
Doesn't
Asimov's
cost.
three laws covers that though.
But again, does it cover everything? This is a question, right? And how do you embed it into a system that's likely to be not just one file? It's not a program, right? It's likely to be a million different files. It's likely to be a collective hive mind intelligence. We don't exactly know how this emerges, and we don't know
That
how to
doesn't
hard
feel
code
right
things.
to me. Why do we have to make it complex?